everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Random Conversations. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Noel.
And we're here again to give you some topics that we'd like to discuss. So, how you feeling today?
Cold.
It's cold.
So
we're taping this over the weekend, and it's like negative 13 outside.
Yeah.
Hence the sweater.
It's
I'm
freezing.
Nice and cozy.
It's freezing in New York, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we got 6 more weeks of this according to the groundhog.
They want to jump that groundhog. And I don't blame them.
He like, I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot me. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, it's not my fault. I didn't see my shadow.
I don't control this shit.
Hold on. Is when they see their shadow or when they don't see their shadow?
I don't know how that shit works.
All right,
I just look at the news
later.
and they be like 6 more weeks.
Yeah. I was kind of annoyed because we've been having a brutal winter.
Mm-hmm. They said coming into the winter that this was going to be a really bad one. And we haven't had a really bad winter in a long time. We had it pretty good.
Yeah, we've been having some great winters.
Mm-hmm. So,
but this one,
we're due for one. And we New Yorkers, we tough. So we
New
get
York
through it.
tough. Yeah, we are. They said that it's actually warmer in Alaska than it is here in New York City. Can you believe that?
Shit, that's ridiculous.
Anyway, we're talking about coldness. So Glorilla and her sister seems to be going through a little bit of a cold war right now when it comes to the family and if Glorilla should be supporting herself, her siblings, and her parents. So her sister Scarface, she came out accusing Glorilla of not taking care of her mom or her siblings. She said that her mom still works at FedEx. It shouldn't be like that since you are a multimillionaire rapper. So Glorilla obviously is saying, I guess she doesn't feel obligated to take care of everybody and she's doing what she can to the best of her ability. She's not going to, put all her siblings in a house, which I can agree with. So my thing is, if you are rich and well off and you're established, do you feel obligated to take care of your whole entire family? In my opinion, I don't think so. You could help them to an extent, but not every time they have their hand out, you have to put money in it. You don't always have to buy them a car. You don't always have to buy them a house. You do what you feel that is, you should do. You don't have to do everything that they want you to do. You do what you feel like doing. And if she felt like, buying her mama a house, then she buys her mama a house. If she doesn't feel like she needs to buy her house, then she doesn't. You don't know the relationship. So her sister coming out was kind of like, okay, girl, bye. Because a lot of people feel like, why are you coming out saying these things? Like, nobody cares. So how do you feel about certain situations like that?
I mean, I don't think you should be obligated to take care of your whole family just because you're successful. I mean, should your brother or sister be living in a homeless shelter? No. But outside of that, you're not the bank for your family to freaking withdraw as they please. You know what I'm saying? You see so many instances of celebrities coming into money and then losing it just as fast. And then part of it is because family members come out the woodwork and they try to freaking bleed them dry.
Next thing you know, you broke.
And they guilt them for not helping them. You see it with the lottery winners too.
Yeah.
They get their lottery money and then the first thing they do, ask anybody what they would do when they win the lottery. All of them say they're gonna disappear, right?
Yeah.
Because they know that people are gonna come out the woodwork and wanna with their hands out wanting money. You're not obligated to pull everybody up.
You know what I would do if I were to be rich? I'll try to invest in you, right? What do you want to be in life? I'll give you an allotted amount of money. You take that and you put that towards your craft. You put that so you could get yourself, established and get your own income. Parents is different because they're already older. Like if I were to get rich, I would make sure my parents are well taken care of, that they don't have to worry about nothing because that's the relationship that I have with my parents. They did it for me. I'm going to do it for them. Siblings, if you want to be a rapper, if you want to be a director, if you want to be anything in life, I will give you a certain amount of money for you to go and chase your goal. You do as you please with it. But if you keep coming back, I'm going to have to close the shop. I'm going to have to close the bank because what are you doing now? Now you taking advantage of me. And that's not what this is about. You're not supposed to be taking advantage of any family member. But they say family members hurt you worse than strangers or friends.
It's true because they guilt you. Me personally, the way I would handle it, I would like, I like the idea of investing in people. I'd be like, yo, so you want to do this? I'll put you through school, or I'll put the nieces and nephews through school. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure that their college tuition is taken care of. You know, I'm not going to give you a lump sum of money and trust that you spend it appropriately. I'm going to be like, all right, so, you know, I'm paying the tuition. I need to see receipts. I need to see how much this shit costs, and I'm going to give you the money that is, matter of fact, I'm going to send it to them directly. You know what I'm saying? And my parents, they're going to be taken care of. I would make sure that their house is paid off so they're not paying mortgage no more. Things like that. And if the time comes when they're old and gray and they need assistance, I'll make sure that they have all the assistance that they need, you know what I'm saying? And take care of them. Hell, I might even move them into my big ass house, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna freaking buy everybody new cars and putting everybody in a new house. That's how you go broke. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And once you go broke, it ain't like they gonna be in a position to lift you back up.
And I'm not gonna be, if I were to, become a star or whatever, and I'm in the limelight, I'm not gonna be flashy to the point where they think I have all this money just lying around, just spending it on myself. I'm gonna live modestly.
But they're gonna assume anyway.
Once I don't care if you assume.
Say this
because
podcast,
then you know what, they're gonna throw that in your face. Oh, you doing this? You driving these cars? You getting all these surgeries? You're enhancing your looks. They're gonna see that, and then they're gonna think, instead of you spending your money on that, what they think is trivial and it doesn't really it's not really worth anything, buy me a car. Buy me a new wardrobe. Buy me this. Buy me that.
But they can't put a value on what you deem to be important.
Yeah, but you can't tell people what to think.
No, yeah, but they can't tell me. In the same vein, they can't tell me how to spend my money either. So
I can spend my money, but I'm not going to be flashy with it.
Right. I mean, so if you came into money like that, you would spend it.
I think I would.
Surgery.
No, I don't think I was spending on cosmetic surgery.
Okay, because you said you made mention of like spending it to enhance your body.
No, I'm saying like if I were to be rich, I'm not going to spend my money on those type of things. Not because I want to, I'm using it as an example.
Okay.
I'm using it as an example. Okay. But they will look at stuff like that and be like, oh, well, she got money for that. She got money for that. She could buy me this and this and this. And I'm like, nah, that's not the case.
And to bring it back to Glorilla, she's a rap artist.
And one thing about Glorilla, I just want to say this, because she's really worked to get to where she is right now.
And she's one of 10 kids.
Yeah.
She's supposed to take care
of all her 9 siblings.
Of 12 people. Put 12 people in a house and buy them
cars. I think majority of them are older than her.
I don't know the ages, but
she's
one of 10.
Allegedly.
Right. My thing is, everybody got the same 24 hours in a day. You choose to do with it what you do. Yeah. She chose to make herself into this big megastar, right? She worked hard and she turned herself into what she is today. Right?
She worked very hard because she had that song. I think she had 2 back-to-back hit songs. Is I'm F-R-E-E. You know that one? And then she had that Tomorrow song with Cardi B. And then every song that she put out after that was not hitting the way that she thought it would. So she had to keep fighting, or just keep making hits until that one actually stuck. I forgot the one that, the one is 7 p.m. Friday, it's 95. Yeah, that took her like at least 2-3 years before, like between those 2 hits. It took at least like a 2-year gap until she hit that one.
Yeah,
she kept working hard.
A lot of these rap artists, they've been in the game for a long time before they finally pop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's not.
And then you want to come with your hand out. Come on,
it's not an overnight success. What Drake said.
But then we don't know what her siblings did for her.
Was you with me shooting in the gym? You know what I'm
was you with me shooting in the gym?
But then they had that video when I think they had the video where she retired her father.
Yeah, she retired her father. She bought him a new car
and all that stuff.
And then they were like, "Oh, but the car didn't have gas."
Okay, it's fine.
So what if the car didn't have gas?
I feel like, and that's the thing. When you start giving to people, it's like it's never enough. It's like I bought you a whole new car and you complain about gas.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why certain people don't want to give back, because you give them 1 time, you give them 2 times, they're going to keep coming back.
Yeah, you create,
like, what is it that you're doing that you always need?
You got to create independent people, not dependents. Yeah. Right? Because you can't claim them in your taxes. So they
like
really
all that
serve
money
no purpose.
That you claim you're going to give me back, I can't claim it. It's not what they call it? The tax write-off.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a tax write-off for that. So come on now, let's just be real. You grown. I'm pretty sure. Like, I think all her siblings, majority of them might be older than her. You're grown people. Let's get it together now.
And the thing is, I'm not taking anybody named Scarface, a woman named Scarface.
You've
seriously.
been having a problem with this girl's name. That's her name.
I mean, but to look at her, I could see why she named that.
Did you see?
Like, she looked crazy.
I was telling you, but that video of her getting beat up by the dude was crazy.
I mean, when she want to be,
he was like throwing what? It was.
She want to behave like a dude. I mean,
it was insane. And then she had
act like a dude, walk like a dude, talk like a dude.
And then she had the interview with TMZ. And I couldn't even watch it because I didn't even know what she was trying to say.
Well, TMZ is just like they'll do anything for a buck. And this is. And
you could see Harvey and the other dude. I don't know the other dude with the dreads, but you could see them looking at like.
They was like, I don't really care. Like somebody out
like
there.
This is the hot story for this week. Let's just get this over with and be done with it.
And even if she spoke for like 30 minutes, if just 5 minutes of that is coherent, you could cut that up into like 5-6 reels and
as long as
keep
you
it going on social
gist,
media.
As long as you get the gist of what she's saying or trying to say, I mean, I guess, but it was very hard for me to watch that interview because I'm like, all right, well, what are we, I don't get it. But long story short, I think you should give back to your family, but
in moderation. You got to be smart.
Yeah.
Because money.
You can't every time, and you shouldn't feel guilty if you say no, if you can't do it.
Yeah. Because money comes and money goes. If you're not investing it properly, all you're doing is just watching money go out. And once it's gone, all them people that had their hands out, they're going to be going too. And you'll be back to square one. Right?
They're like, oh, you can't provide help for me anymore? Oh, well.
Like I was saying, the road to bankruptcy is littered with ex-NBA players, NFL players, movie
Adrian
stars.
Peterson, for instance.
Exactly. You look at the career earnings, $100 million, $150 million, and then all of a sudden, 2 years post their career, they flat broke.
Yeah.
And everybody's wondering why. And you heard, what was it, not too long ago, Odell talking about it's impossible to live off $100 million. And I'm like,
it is.
Are you stupid?
And people were like coming after him for that because $100 million, you know what people would do for $100 million?
No, you can live off $100 million, but
you got to spend it wisely.
You have to adjust your lifestyle. Now, the thing with him is that he want to freaking move with people of a certain bankroll, right? You hanging out with people like LeBron James and stuff like that and Drake who got money coming in. You know what I'm saying? They got businesses on. And
NFL money does not equate to NBA money.
Right. He should have took that money and diversified it, whether, invested.
I think he invested in Bitcoin.
He had Bitcoin and all that stuff.
The ROI was
right. So good. And then you put your money in high interest like accounts and stuff like that. You could literally live off the interest. But the thing is, he wants to move a certain way. And if you're going to move a certain way, then either you're going to have to, do like a lot of these sports stars do and work on ESPN as a contributor or get a podcast.
And if you're really good
at
it, you get money.
Right. But you can't just take $100 million and freaking spend it like you still playing in the league and expect it to last forever. No, that's not going to work.
Yep.
But give me $100 million, I won't work again. like I'll just live off the interest.
Yeah.
Like, really.
Invest. That's why they keep telling people invest.
That's why my friend said it best. He said, I ain't taking no financial advice from no boxers, no athletes, because they say stupid shit like that. $100 million, you can't live off of that for the rest of your life?
That's crazy. It's like, what are you doing with your money? What exactly are you doing with your money?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Well, I don't want to say he's an idiot, but
you're an idiot if you can't live off $100 million. If you think that that's impossible,
he should have told them to take that out there.
It's not even hard or difficult, really. It's just he's accustomed to a certain lifestyle. He wants to maintain that throughout the duration of his life. And that's not realistic if you're not making the same type of money that was coming in when you were at the height of your powers.
And that's
in the
the thing
league.
with some of these athletes. They don't think about when your sports career is over. Because your sports career is over, especially in the NFL, by the time you're like 34. Your mid-30s, shit is done. Lock up shop. Unless you're a quarterback that's actually really good, then you could extend it to your late 30s, maybe early 40s. But most of the NFL stars, their career is done by like 35 at most.
You got to figure out life.
And you got so much life to live after that. What are you going to do?
Exactly. Because most people retire in their 60s.
You got a good 30 years.
Yeah, before you reach retirement age. But there was stories about NFL players getting into nursing, Remember?
Yeah.
We saw Debrickashaw Ferguson. He's a nurse.
Yeah, the people who take the medical field.
Pat Tillman. There was a story with him. He worked for the FBI for 8 years post his NFL career. He was an FBI agent
Before he died.
And Pat Tillman is not dead. Yes, I mean, not Pat Tillman. He was a DB. His last name was Tillman. He was a DB for the Chicago Bears, and he made it. Peanut Tillman.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he worked for the FBI for 8 years post his career.
Oh, wow.
And he stopped working for them. He resigned due to everything that's going on with Trump and how he's trying to use federal officers to
wow, I didn't know that. Wow. But yeah, you just got to be
agenda.
Yeah. You just got to be careful of how you spend your money, whether you're an artist, an athlete. You just got to be careful. A movie star.
You got to watch out for people like Scarface Woods.
Yeah, that will come and expose you and say you don't do nothing for your family.
Those are the family
when you
members.
know you do. That would have made me so mad.
Those are the family members that'll get you in trouble.
It's jealousy, pure jealousy that girl had for her sister. That's insane.
She needed to go and freaking. She just needed to go somewhere. I think, is she working in?
They said she work at FedEx too.
Yeah, it's a family affair. Glorilla might as well go get stock in FedEx or something.
Yeah, all her family work there. That's insane. I would be so mad at my sister. If I had a sister, I'd be like, yo, don't ever speak to me again. Because how dare you go on social media and say those things about me like I don't do nothing for y'all.
Yeah, she shot herself in the foot.
Just because I can't give you everything you asked for, you're going to go and bash my name and my character. And she also is dating an NBA player. They were like, oh, then she... You know how certain people think. Like, why don't you ask him for the money?
Right. You're not even married to the guy, and you're already counting this guy's
somebody
money.
else's
That's
pockets.
Crazy. Like, that type of person you need to cut out of your life like a cancer.
Yeah.
Because
I just don't understand how some people think.
Yeah.
People think so disgusting.
Yeah.
No.
Well, she
I ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't rich.
She think just like how she look. She ugly inside and out. Ooh. And I hope that, she get everything that she deserve in life.
You better watch it before she come looking for you, try to beat you up.
Shit. I'm running. You see her? Her face hard as hell. She look like everything bad in life happened to her and only her.
She drug homeboy out of wherever they were at. I guess he had enough and he started swinging on her. That video.
Yeah, she's probably talking crazy.
She probably was talking. She was dragging homeboy out. Like she had him by his shirt. And like it looked like he was disheveled, right? And then I guess he had enough, or he realized that he's being recorded and decided to swing on her.
Yeah, he was like, you ain't gonna have me looking crazy.
And he was
on
fighting
this.
her like a man, like she was a man. Obviously.
I mean, well, she presents herself like one. You know what I'm saying? You wanna do that type of stuff. You welcome that type of.
Yeah, he was like, all right, so you want to act like a man? Let's act like a man.
Play stupid games.
You win stupid prizes.
Exactly.
So the next topic is based off a video you had sent me about Keke Palmer stating that if she was in a relationship, she would like to live apart from her spouse. She opened up about choosing to live separately from her significant other and the importance of personal space. She says she loves her personal space, independence and alone time, and she thinks that is what equals a healthy relationship. So I have people who know me, they've known I've been saying this forever. Like I only want to see my spouse like, oh, people are gonna get me 4 times out the week. Like I could see you 4 times out the week, but 3 of those days I'm like chilling. Like, yeah, do what you want to do. I'm doing what I want to do, and we'll reconvene on the next day that we're scheduled to see each other. A lot of people are like, no, I want to live with my man and I want to live with my significant other. I'm like, all right, you choose to do so. I've been saying that for years. I kind of like tailored it a little bit. Like we could live together, but like you have your own space where you could just go and just do what you want to do, and I'll have my own space and I'm just there chilling. I kind of like tailored what I wanted to, a perfect relationship in my eyes, in terms of like living with the person that I choose to spend the rest of my life with. And I agreed with her. I'm like, I get where she's coming from, because you really love personal space. Like people who love themselves, and not to say people who want somebody in their space doesn't want, they don't love themselves. But if you really enjoy your time alone, then it hits differently. because you want your spouse to respect that as well. Like certain days I might not want to be bothered, period. Yeah, we could communication. Yeah, that's a must. Like we could communicate, we could talk on the phone, we could text. I really don't appreciate you laughing. But like the physical aspect of it, like, you know, I'm just chilling, I'm over here. And I'll be over here for a while. And then when we're ready, when I'm ready, then we could.
I think that's the problem with what you said. It's not so much that you have a preference and whatnot. Everybody has their preferences, but it's when I'm ready. In a relationship, especially if you're in a marriage or whatever, it's not so much I anymore. It's we, right? So you like I. Like it's not gonna work if it's just all about
you
what
have to have some
do,
individuality.
Right? You can have individuality. You said you wanted personal space and all this stuff. You ever heard of a she shed? You ever heard of a man cave?
What
like,
if you live in an apartment?
These terms came about because everyone knows sometimes you need a little me time, right? You need a little space from your spouse every now and then. Sometimes you just want to enjoy your things and they might not enjoy it the way you enjoy it. So you just take your space and you enjoy it. Like my wife doesn't really watch football with me. So, you know, if I take my space, I go sit down and watch the game, you know, it's by myself, right? There's nothing wrong with that, you know, but we're still cohabitating in the same space, right? You don't have to live in completely separate areas in order to get your own personal space and to have me time. Like you can go out with the girls. I can go out with my boys. I can play my games in the basement. She could be on her phone or whatever in her room or whatever. Like we don't have to be. I feel like there's this misconception that when you're married and stuff like that, you just constantly up under each other. It's like, no, you up under each other sometimes, but sometimes you do want to be alone. Sometimes you do crave that alone time, and you can get it.
And some people crave it more than others.
Right. My thing with Keke Palmer, I feel like she didn't crave it when she was with her man before they started whooping each other's ass. Right. I think
maybe she experienced the fact that maybe if we had spent some time alone from each other, then conflicts wouldn't have gotten to that point.
Yeah, but you don't,
where they're domestically abusing each other.
Well, I just think that they weren't right for each other. When a man is beating your ass, he ain't right for you, period.
That's
right?
true too.
Right. There's ways to constructively deal with disagreements, right? I feel that she's letting a toxic relationship poison her outlook on relationships. And to think that, you know, creating that space and y'all not seeing each other all the time would diffuse situations, and you wouldn't have as many negative situations come up between you, is a bad way to look at it, because you wouldn't really have a full relationship. Relationships.
So you're saying people who spend a few days apart, it's not a full relationship?
No, I'm like, I'm gonna preface it like, if we're married and stuff like that, we should be living together. Right? That's just my opinion. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live, but if you're gonna ask me which side of the fence I'm on that side of the fence. I feel like you're not in a real relationship until you guys are in it 100%. And to be in it 100%, you have to live together, in my eyes. I feel like you have to go through things. And when you go through those things and come out on the other side of them, you become stronger because you went through it. But if you guys are just circumventing the whole process and y'all living outside of each other for a time and coming back together when you want to see each other, it's one giant honeymoon phase the whole time. You're not,
and that's really what keeps it going.
No, you're not really getting to the nitty gritty. You're not really getting underneath and really knowing that person, right? And so
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
I think so.
I don't agree with that.
I personally think that,
because the time you're spending together, you're getting to know that person.
I mean, how much time are you spending together? I mean,
I don't have to live with you in order to know what you are.
I think you do. I think you know somebody fully when you live with them. You know their tics. You know what annoys them. You know what doesn't. I don't care if they tell you, because sometimes we might be having a conversation and you might say, you know, what annoys you, right? And I might give you a list. But sometimes I might omit something unintentionally on that list. You might not even know. Or I might not even be thinking about it because we're not living together at the time. So you're not thinking to even bring it up as an issue because it's a non-issue at this point. But then all of a sudden we're living together, and the way you chew popcorn all of a sudden is an issue because I can't escape it, or the way you clip your toenails and leave it.
And that's
right?
where the space comes in.
No, but
those days that you're not, you could withhold that, right? And do that on your own time, where you know the other person doesn't really appreciate that, doesn't have to be around.
I think if you want somebody to love you, they have to appreciate all of you.
But they know that you do that, so they're giving you the space to do that on your own time and not around them.
I mean, that's that.
Call it selfish, but sometimes it makes it work.
It is kind of selfish.
Sometimes it makes it work.
I mean, it's the relationships.
Sometimes it makes
relationships go through seasons, right? It's supposed to be tough at points, and before you get to the nice easy breezy part, right? It's okay to have healthy conflict between you and your spouse every now and then. That's just you guys brushing up against each other's like boundaries and learning each other's boundaries. It's like people are afraid to learn each other anymore, and people want to. It's not about
people want to. It's not about that.
But
like I could know the tics that piss you off, and you could vice versa.
Uh-huh.
So the days that I know, all right, I think I want to do it. I want to do something this day, but I'm not going to do it when they're around because I know that's going to piss them off. So I'm going to do it on my own time.
But you can do. I don't understand why you think that you can't do things that you particularly enjoy, but the other person doesn't, while still living under the same roof. All those things are possible.
I don't know.
Like, it's possible. It really is possible. I feel like people
it's
are
like
trying
you're walking on eggshells.
You're not walking on eggshells. I'm giving you your space and your time to do what you want to do. And then at the same vein, I'm going to do what I want to do. Like, okay, you do that for 2 hours. That means I could go sit on my PS5 and not be bothered.
I don't know.
Right?
Maybe
like
I just like to still have my
all of a sudden, later on,
individuality.
we watching a movie. Sometimes I see you make, not you, but sometimes I see my wife making a sandwich or some shit like that. It's like, okay, I might brush up on you, give you a kiss, and just keep it moving. Like, it don't need to be like we up under each other all the time. Like, you can do what you want to do. Like, there is a possibility for that. And I feel that you cheapen the relationship, and you prevent yourself from really getting the best out of a relationship when you take that approach to it.
I never said that I don't want to live with like at first my mindset years ago
we talking about
said
Kiki.
that I understand
and then you kind of agree you're kind of on her side of the fence.
Yeah, I kind of do. I get where she's coming from. I get where she's
do
coming
you agree,
from.
Do you agree?
I agree, but I
agree with the lifestyle?
I agree with her lifestyle. It works for her. Right. But like I said, I used to think that way, but then I kind of tailored my version. Like, I would live with you, but it has to be some type of space for a long period of time because I enjoy my space.
Right.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, like, if someone loves you, they're gonna give you that space.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be like, yeah,
but
go out with your girls.
I understand where she's coming from, though. That's what I'm saying. Because there's some people who rather be alone, but also want somebody in their life as well. But they could take people in small doses.
Right, but it's like one of your cake and
it has to be exactly
life. But life is never like that.
I get
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but if they could find somebody that could help them in that aspect or agrees with them and like, all right, that's cool, that's fine with me as well, then it's gonna work for them.
There's gonna be outliers.
There's some married couples that don't live together and they've been together for years.
Yeah, you keep telling me about that old lady from Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, she's one of them. But there's other people out there that have been married for years and they don't live together.
But we're talking about the minority, right? You know what I'm saying? They're outliers to everything, right? So I'm not gonna.
But I get where Kiki's coming from.
Right. I just think that, and this is my opinion because I don't know Kiki Palmer from freaking a hole in the wall, right? But I think that she just came out of a toxic relationship, and she's saying this because of her experiences up to this point. I feel like if she found somebody who she was really digging, and that person was like, let's move in together. I'm tired of freaking getting in a car and driving like 20, 30 minutes just to come see you, or freaking have a drawer in your apartment or whatever. Like, I want to be here, right? I think that she would be open to that, right? That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I don't know her, but I don't agree with that approach to relationships. I feel like it's a cop out. I feel like it's
a
not.
cop-out.
I feel like it's not mature. Right.
Anything you don't agree with, is not mature. Come on now. People, even Whoopi Goldberg feels that way.
Yeah, but who's?
Don't even start. Don't start. Don't start. Because Whoopi could pull somebody if she wanted to.
Yeah, she could.
She says she don't want nobody in her house.
So with that bankroll, she could pull a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes will.
Whoopi says she don't want nobody in her house.
And clean. And
I don't mind people in my. I don't mind.
Her boy toy. She gave them some allowance.
Like, I used to be worse, but then I said, you know what? Maybe they could live.
And Whoopi's old.
If we have like a big house and I have the east wing, you got the west wing.
But Whoopi's old too. A lot of older women, once they've been single for so long, they kind of just be single. You know what I'm saying? And they okay in being single.
They're okay. And then that's the thing that's happening now. There's a lot of single women, even my age, they're just content. They're like, if this is it, then it's gonna be it. I'm gonna live my life, and then that's what we're gonna do.
But I feel like they gave up. I don't think that was like the goal.
It wasn't the goal. They they gave up.
Gave up.
But then they're okay with it.
And some of them, I feel like there's a large contingent of them that just have unrealistic expectations from a spouse or from a potential spouse, right? I think if a lot of those women really looked inside, or a lot of those men, because a lot of men are choosing not to freaking chase women either, which is crazy. I feel like that's one of the most fun things in life is to chase women. But I enjoyed that when I was younger. Like, it was exciting. But like, you meet someone new and you learn each other. Like, that was fun.
That was crazy.
I feel like you just
like we're some type of dog.
I mean, people forget that we are animals at the end of the day.
We
are animals. Dogs. We are animals at the end of the day.
Cats.
And we talk about urges. We talk about this and the third. That's like biological inside us, right? And so, people, you have to remember, we are animals and we have urges and we have needs and all of that stuff. Now, we do the way we go about them is there's an appropriate way and an inappropriate way. So, but
I just don't think, I don't agree with you saying that it's an immature mindset. Because I think there's mature women who have that same mindset as well. Yeah,
they may look mature from the outside, but you get deeper. You ask them a few questions, and they might not seem as mature as you think. And by mature, I mean not willing to take another person's feelings, thoughts into consideration, because that's what a relationship is. It's about sometimes it's a lot of compromise. So you're not going to get what you want all the time. If you really love the person, you're going to compromise, right? A lot. Right. So the problem comes when there's only one side that's willing to compromise and not the other. So one side is just bending over backwards. That's where the problem comes from. In situations
like that has to be discussed in the early stages of dating. Like your living situation, your living arrangements. If you see this relationship going any further, do you want to live with this person 24/7? Would you like some days where you're not, seeing each other? Would you like to live apart? Would you like to live together? Right. That has to be discussed.
So how early?
That has to be asked within like the first 3 weeks.
Okay.
If you're taking somebody seriously.
So all of a sudden, in the first 3 weeks, I don't love you. In the first 3 weeks, I might just, you're pretty. It's a good time. I'm trying to hit, right? Now we're a year or two into the relationship. I love this girl. I want to marry this girl. Those questions might have to be revisited because I might not feel the exact same way because I'm digging you now. You know what I'm saying? I liked you before. I really liked you. Now I love you. Now I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Those are grades. Those are different levels of affection. And with that comes change in how you perceive your relationship and how you want it to go. So talking about that 3 weeks in, you might get the response that you want, right? Or you might feel that way then. You might not feel that way 2-3 years down the line. He might feel the same way. That might be an issue, or vice versa. He might not feel that way, and you might, and it'd be an issue.
Then I guess, like, what you want them to say, like, I guess it can't work out.
Then it becomes, and this is why I say it becomes compromise. It's like we could live together, but you can have your days where you just do your own thing. Like you can go out with your friends, you can do this, you can do that. I'm not up your ass. Right? The way you talk is like it's a perception that y'all got to be up each other's ass.
No, it's not like that. No, there's just days where you just don't want anybody in the vicinity. You just want to be by yourself. So have that alone time.
Go do a spa day.
I'm talking about like for the whole day.
Yeah, go. Motherfuckers work and they don't see each other for the whole damn day. You realize that?
Saying.
No, but I'm saying like you think that your significant other wouldn't be able to survive a whole day without you?
Of course they will.
Okay, then. So like,
and that's what we want.
But and that you can have that living under the same roof is what I'm saying.
And I'm not opposed to that anymore.
No, but Kiki.
Okay, then she is, and I get where she's coming from.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about me personally. I switched it to me.
No, but
Kiki, all right. So let's keep it with Kiki.
Right, but you said that you were on her side of the fence when it comes to her way that she views relationships and how she wants to approach it.
I get the way. I get where she's coming from.
You agree with it?
I do agree with it.
Okay, then. So
that's what I said in the beginning.
No, no, but now you're trying to put caveats in it.
I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
I switched it to me. Yeah. I didn't know you were still talking about her.
I'm talking about the topic. I mean, we could talk about you too, but I think it goes hand in hand because I'm just saying that you can. There is a space for two people to live together and have alone time for themselves. There is that space. Now, when you have kids, that space shrinks, right? But I also think that it's not feasible for two people who are married to have children to live in two separate spaces either. That's ridiculous.
I get where she's coming from. And now she's been single for, I don't know, but for as far as I know, she's been single for a while. She probably got accustomed to it. Right, so now that she's saying that she wants to...
She reads many books.
If she meets somebody, she doesn't want to necessarily live with them. I could get where she's coming from. She's been single for God knows how long. She's enjoyed... She's grown accustomed to being by herself and being in her own space. And to... You don't want everybody in your space all the time.
Nobody wants everybody in their space all the time.
And that's where she's coming
Married
from.
Married people don't tend to want to be up under each other all the time. You know what I'm saying?
And she just felt like maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe she'll find this one dude that will come and be like, yo, and then she'll agree. But as of right now, she wants to live apart from her significant other, then let her do that. No, I'm not saying, look, I can't control her life. If she wants to do that, she got all right to do that. I'm saying for my money, I don't agree with it. Right. My opinion on it is I don't agree with that lifestyle. And if I was to have Keke Palmer sitting across from me, we would be discussing it just the same way we are. I'm not trying to shit on her and say that, like, I'm just saying that for me, that wouldn't work for me. And I don't see, I from my vantage point, I can't see how that works long term. Hey, everybody's different. What's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. And if she feels like she could thrive with that, then power to her. She might set a precedence.
But she's single.
But there's other people, like I said, that live apart and are madly in love with each other and they marry each other. Mm-hmm. So never say never.
But you're talking about, like I said, you're talking about the outliers. You're talking about the minorities.
Yeah, but right? You could be a part of the minority as well.
You ever heard there's an exception to every rule, right? So in a world where everyone is saying that it's tougher, it's harder to find somebody that you truly connect with, right? You just make that pool smaller and smaller with the more minute alterations you make to your criteria, right? So she's just making it harder and harder to find somebody because she's narrowing. She's has a narrow focus on the criteria.
There might be some guys out there that would like that type of lifestyle.
I'm pretty sure there's some guys.
Right.
I'm pretty sure there's some guys, right? But you also got to think about... And I don't think
she'll find maybe she might have a greater chance finding that person.
Maybe. You know what? Maybe in the circles that she runs in, where you're celebrities...
Find somebody,
because that's my thing. If you date another celebrity, they all over the place anyway. So y'all could live together because they probably...
They're not home.
Say you get an actor, they doing press junkets. Yeah. They going halfway across the globe pushing whatever project they're working on, right? So it's like... That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so you're not seeing this dude... months at a time anyway.
Yeah, so
now you want
it might work out for her.
Right, but
it might work out for her. Yeah, she might just get what she's looking for.
Right, but I'm saying, like, so when he comes home and he's finally ready to chill out for a few before he has to go back out on the road and sell the next project, you still want to freaking be
well, they haven't seen each other. So
you know what I'm saying, you still want to be miles apart, or can we come to a mutual space?
If he's been away,
no,
then
I'm asking you a question.
So you're saying
I'm asking you a question. So can they live together? Is what I'm saying.
They could live together. They're barely home. Okay, that's
then.
Different.
Okay, then. Okay, because in the way she said it, you would think that it wouldn't make a difference if we'd still be in our own separate spaces.
Well, if she finds somebody like that, I think it could work for her for them to live with each other because
she's more
both
likely
of
to
them,
find somebody like that.
Both of them are going to be,
because she's in that industry.
Yeah, both of them are going to be out. She's doing her thing. He's doing his thing. That, you know, when it's time to reconvene, it's going to be like magic because they haven't seen each other.
Yeah, it's going to be like
I'm like
the honeymoon phase all the time.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder, especially if you like that
People
person.
keep trying to run away from real life. You got to understand.
Trying to run
real
away.
life,
They're trying to find peace and what works for them.
Real life would be boring if everything was perfect.
Oh my God. Real life would be boring.
You have to have all these little nuances.
If I live with somebody all the time, we stop. No, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fonda, like Jane Fonda.
Yeah,
anyway,
it makes the heart grow fonder. So,
yeah.
Like, oh my God, I haven't seen you, and you're just all over that person, and then oh my God, I haven't seen you, and you know, but you don't think that way. She'll find somebody like that. So this last topic that we want to get into, we're probably going to be a week removed from when this happened because we're probably going to air it sometime next week. But Donald Trump on his Truth Social page posted a video of Michelle and Barack Obama. They're dancing like apes.
But he put their heads on monkeys.
He put their faces on the body of a monkey or an ape, and they were dancing in a jungle. And initially, the White House said it's much ado about nothing because the whole video was about Donald Trump being the king of the jungle. And not only were the Obamas in the video, but other people on the Democratic side of the aisle were in that video. And their faces were put over animals' bodies. And I saw the video in its entirety. And it's like Donald Trump, his face is on a lion. And he's walking through the jungle.
Was it
and
a fat lion?
I guess. And everybody in the video just bowed down to him, right? Allah, he's the king of the jungle. The post sparked outrage because people only zeroed in on the fact that Michelle and Obama and Barack's face were put on body of apes, and they were like dancing like an ape, right? And everybody's like, this is racist. You need to take this down. This is racist. 12 hours after the post was put up, that's when the White House decided to take down the video. And when they asked Trump about it, he was like, I'm not in the wrong. Some staffer put it up. I only saw a part of the video. They were like, do you feel are you remorseful for putting this up? He said, no.
Right. And that's the problem with Trump, because when shit happens, he never has the appropriate response to put the fire out. He just lets that shit continue to rage. Like he's a big kid, you know what I'm saying? You know, old ass kid, right? And he just be out here saying and doing crazy shit. And then when he gets asked questions about it, either he doesn't want to answer it, you know, he calls the reporter out their name, or you know,
I think he had the reporter that he called Miss Piggy on the face of a pig.
Right, you see what I'm saying?
I think,
and his behavior is just ridiculous. Like, he doesn't realize that he could have put the Obamas on any other animal. You could have put them on two freaking giraffes,
but he wasn't the one that. He wasn't the one that made the video, but the fact that he,
obviously he didn't make the video. I don't know.
They're blaming a staffer for doing this,
right? But the staffer works for him. You see, is that staffer?
And they said only two people have access to Trump's social media: himself and some big time senior person in the White House.
My thing is the staffer still?
We don't know.
Is he still employed?
That's if the staffer actually did it.
See, because this is the thing. Stuff like this happens to black people all the time, and then these bigwigs come on there and they want to blame it on somebody else, and then there's no accountability, and then in a week from now we move on. Like, I never forget H&M when they had that little black boy
in the
on
monkey
there, and in the t-shirt, and it said, or it was a hoodie or a t-shirt, and it said the coolest monkey in the jungle, and I'm like, you know how many hands that has to pass before it gets posted on their website, and that no one saw a problem with that? I'm like, African Americans, the black people in general, have been referred to as monkeys for like centuries, right? You know, it's a derogatory term. Yeah. You know, so it's just like when, you know, people call cops pigs, it's derogatory. You know, so for him to try to pretend like he doesn't understand what the big old uproar is about, it's completely false. It's bullshit, right? And he had an opportunity to kind of say, like, you know, it was in poor taste, and I'm gonna have a conversation with the staffer, or the staffer no longer works with the administration. But instead of doing that, he doubles down and says that he's not sorry or apologetic, you know, and there's no sentiment that he's going to do anything to make it right. Right. And my thing is he's been taking shots at Obama since he's been in since he started running for office.
No, before that he's been taking shots saying that he's not American.
Right. But, you know, he's been taking shots for Obama for years. Right. I'm like, Obama's been so far removed from office.
Like,
I'm like, why you keep talking about this man? It's like
a scoring X.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. I'm like, this shit is unhealthy. It's like I feel like he be in the White House bathroom freaking anger banging his wife with freaking Obama on the brain, or he's freaking like Biden. Smash debating, you know, to freaking Obama. Like,
and they always put everything on the left. You leftist media always twisting things and blah, 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 blah.
I mean, the left media does twist it, but the right does too.
Everybody twists things.
Right. So,
you're not going to get the full truth on either side.
So I'm like, come on, none of you guys are taking the high ground. So let's be real about this.
A lot of people think that he's doing this to take our minds off the Epstein files.
I mean, but no, everybody's mind is still on the Epstein file, and it doesn't matter,
it's like,
because
no matter what you do,
he's already been redacted. They said his name has been mentioned in the Epstein files
more than anybody else's, apart from Epstein.
More than anybody else, and they had, I can't remember what they had said, but it's been mentioned a whole lot, right? But nothing is going to come of it because the majority of it has been redacted. Right. But my thing is, I wonder how those people feel, the people who do the redactions, the people who are actually reading it. It's like, this is the man that you serve. You know what I'm saying?
They don't feel no way.
I'm like, how can you? Because a lot of them have these quote unquote Christian values, right?
That's why a couple episodes ago when we were talking about the Drewski skit, I'm like, people hide behind that shit. People hide behind it.
It's
and
crazy.
They do the most vile and evil things behind it.
Yeah,
they don't care about none of that. If that's the case, he would have been gone.
He's silly, but his obsession with the Obamas is ridiculous. I think he's jealous of Barack Obama, the way he speaks, the way
how popular he is,
how popular he is, his swagger. I think he don't like. He wishes he could have the respect that
he
Obama
can,
is.
But he just doesn't want to change his ways.
He's in position. He could do so much today. You know, starting today to change the perception, because you know, society has such a short-term memory when it comes to things.
Yeah.
You know, you could be hated one minute and beloved the next. But he has no interest in doing that. He has no interest in walking across the aisle and shaking hands. He has no interest in anything but fattening his pockets and freaking talking shit about people that he doesn't necessarily agree with.
I came across this video this morning, and I think it was on one of those networks like MSNBC. They had somebody call in, or a caller called in, and he sounds so remorseful. He was like, I'm a lifelong Republican. I voted for Donald Trump 3 times. But this video that they put up is the most vile and disgusting thing that this man has done since his presidency, the latest presidency. And he was like, I'm so he kept apologizing.
And that's the
thing, because he felt guilty for everybody else that is suffering because of the actions of the president. He's like, I am so sorry. I am remorseful. I am sorry. He said that he was going to take away the criminals. He's locking up 5-year-old children. He said, I am so. He kept apologizing. I was like, dang.
The thing is, a
lot of people who voted for him are coming out saying that they made a mistake. I'm not saying all of them, because there's a few people that still say to this day that they will vote for him if they were to vote again. But
who was it that got shot recently? I think it was due to the ICE raids. Person got shot, and I think the parents were Trump supporters, and he stated that he felt bad.
No, I don't know who you're talking about.
He felt bad because he found out that he said they were big Trump supporters, and he's like, I don't know if they still are. He's like, but I just feel terrible.
I don't know.
He only felt terrible because the person who got shot, their parents were Trump supporters. So he felt bad that he shot the child of his supporters. He didn't feel bad that someone's child got shot.
Yeah, he just felt bad because they were a supporter.
Everything is preferenced on whether or not you support him or not. Right? It's not that you're the president and you support all Americans. It's like he's the president and he only supports his constituents and the people that support him. And, he's the most unpresidential president that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Bill Clinton, he wasn't, I ain't even gonna go there. And you want to talk about somebody who's been in Epstein files a lot too.
He's willing to testify.
Bill been all up in and through there.
He's willing to testify.
Yeah, I don't know about Bill, man. Bill,
he said he's ready to testify.
It's a bad decade to be a Bill. Bill Cosby, Bill Clinton. I'm like
bad decade. You mean century?
Yeah, you might want
the decade. We're halfway through, almost done with it.
If you're thinking about calling your kid William or Bill, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Bill Clinton ain't that bad. A lot of people.
I don't know. I feel like
that he had a good
I'm not giving him a pass. He got
terms.
They need to investigate him and the rest of them, and clear his name, right? But Trump is out of line for that. He's out of line.
That was crazy.
He's out of line all the damn time. So it's pretty much on brand. But like you said,
I feel like people are just gonna forget.
Mm-hmm. They always do, but he's gonna do something else. That's the thing with him. Off. He don't allow you to forget. It's like as soon as you forget, he freaking dump some other shit on top of it and be like, yeah, I'm still that asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the worst thing that he did was make it a black stain on you to be Republican. It's like now in this country.
A lot of people are saying like they don't know.
Yeah. Like he's a lot of people look at you different now if you identify yourself as Republican. I mean, a lot of people look at you different if you identify yourself as Democrat. He turned the country into red versus blue. Mm-hmm. Right. There's
no middle ground. There's no centrist views anymore. Mm-hmm. It's either you on that side or you on that side.
Exactly. Everybody's just like pick a side, or don't say nothing at all. Mm-hmm. And I hate that's the worst thing that he's done. And I don't know. It's gonna take years, maybe a decade post his presidency to reverse a lot of the damage that he's done to society.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what's going to happen in 2028 because people are saying he might want to try to
run again. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
He might try to pull something to make a third term because before that he was like, we should get rid of the Constitution.
It'll be a civil war, like a legit civil war. If that was to happen.
That's what my mother said.
Like, no, it would a legit civil war. Like, it would happen. It's a powder keg right now, right? Like, people are ready to freaking snap.
I don't know. The times we live in is crazy.
Mm-hmm. It'll be crazy.
But on that note, we gotta go. So I'm Danielle.
And I'm Noel.
And this is Random Conversations. You can
like, subscribe, comment on all our socials. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Please, if you like the episode, let us know. If you have any critiques for us, let us know in the comments as well. And if you come across any topics or anything you'd like us to discuss, beat it up in the comments.
Have a good day. Bye.